Welcome back to another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast presented by Fleet Farm.
Miles, I'm going through my memories on my phone right now, and look what just came up.
Oh, we were so young.
We were so young.
You got to grow your hair out again. You look good with a little lettuce coming out of the back of the hat.
Do you think so?
I do. I do think you need to.
That's really interesting. Maybe I will.
Where were we at? Chautauqua?
We were in Chautauqua, Wisconsin. That's when we did the backing up the boat video.
That one, people still tell me about that video today. Did
Me
you still
too.
get that?
That was a good one.
We also did TP Log Cabin at that.
TP Log Cabin. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that
Pine
was fun.
needles for the grabbing.
Oh, yeah.
We started the fire. It was never burning until we turned it.
Yeah.
We
didn't
started the fire.
I forget that. That was so good. And that started with, we were starting off with the sketch idea, 5 stages of building a fire. And we went in with the idea of shooting that, and then it just transformed. It was capturing magic on camera.
I would have liked to have been a log on that fire. Seen what happened during that video, you know?
Oh, man. Oh, you know what else we shot during that trip? Cow versus deer.
It was an unbelievably legendary.
It was legendary.
That was an unbelievable trip. What came out of it?
The creativity was brilliant. It was in the golden age of Facebook videos.
And you know what also came of that trip?
What?
So Charlie.
Yeah.
This is kind of a side note.
Oh yeah. What's up?
I met a buddy last night who said he was from Toledo.
Oh, Toledo.
Yeah.
Great city.
And so I asked him, how big's Toledo? You know what he
did
said?
he tell you it's about half of Milwaukee?
It's half of Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Oh, well, how big's Milwaukee?
It's 2 Toledos.
So that also came from that trip.
Yeah, it did. That beautiful bit of wisdom. Which I honestly think, not enough people give us credit for that
That's
philosophy.
It's a great. So this week, Charlie, is Halloween week.
Halloween.
I personally despise Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Because you don't like dressing up. You're too cool to dress up.
The fact that you got me to dress up as a deer, this is actually great timing here.
It's
the fact that you're the only person in the world who could get me to dress up like a deer like I did multiple times.
Yeah. And you're going to do it again.
No,
for the Fleet Farm video?
I strategically lost the deer. No, I'm just kidding. No, that one, again, you're the only person. I'll do the Fleet Farm video like that.
I love seeing you in that deer costume.
I know. I think it's because when I put it on for the first time, it was like I could just tell like you're looking at me right now. It was like whoa.
Yeah.
Like maybe I look pretty hot in this thing.
Yeah, I was looking at you like a damsel.
Part of it might have been that it was 95 degrees that day, but part of it might have been the look in your eye.
Yeah,
tractor beam sucked us right in. Wait, you still dress up for Halloween or not?
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think I've dressed up for I've always been doing a show or something on Halloween, but I should dress up more, especially if I'm doing a show. I should come on stage dressed up as some. I'm losing my sense of fun and adventure in my old age.
I would have to say you were way more fun when I met you first.
Wasn't I?
No, I'm just kidding. You're all right.
All right. Well, thanks. Thanks for that backhand comment. Oh,
another thing that we're doing right now, Charlie, is we are currently pheasant hunting in South Dakota. Not right now, but at the time that this releases.
We are going to be doing that.
Well, you ever been pheasant hunting before, Charles?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not good, but yeah, I've gone quite a bit. I've gone so many times to be as bad as I am.
Well, so, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. What I would say is you sound like you're the camaraderie guy.
I am there.
You're not there to necessarily just hit every bird you shoot at. You're there to make sure that everyone's having a good time.
I am. I'm there to flank them. I go down at the end of the field and I wait.
Charlie's there to walk next to a guy who's a good shooter, and then he flushes them. He goes and retrieves them.
I'm like your best friend.
Yeah, he's basically like a hunting dog.
Yeah. Honestly, I would like that way more than pheasant hunting. I would like that so much more. Taking on the dog role.
Yeah, bird dog.
If I had a sniffer, wouldn't that be awesome to invent a sniffer of like an English setter and you can just smell those birds. Could you imagine having the smells of a bird dog? Just walking down the street and just smelling it, knowing exactly like you see. It's like you see smells. You know,
I think it just sounds like you're on mushrooms.
well, that happens under certain sort of psychedelics I've read. And so the thing is that that would be fun because I like finding and pointing and then going to get it. You know, I enjoy that.
All right. Yeah, and you got that down.
Yeah. I mean, I could do that.
This is the list of Charlie's hobbies. Finding stuff and pointing.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So you are a bird dog.
I'm a bird dog.
I've seen those videos of you at like Disneyland and LA and stuff.
Yeah.
You're basically just walking around looking at stuff and pointing.
I'm an observer.
Yeah.
I'm a grand observer.
And that's why you like bird watching.
I love watching birds. They're just fun. You find them.
When you find them, do you point at them?
If I'm with someone, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
If I'm by myself, I'm just looking at them.
You literally are a human bird dog.
Human bird dog. That's so much more fun because I do. Yeah, I thought that was a bowel movement you were going. Yeah, you sound like a raptor making love. No, I mean, I could. Here's my problem with hunting is I put the ear things in because I don't want to lose my hearing.
What?
I know, and I'm just like, people are trying to have a conversation with me.
So life-changing thing for you here.
What?
You got to buy the over-the-ear ones.
Oh, yeah, the
have
spendy ones.
But they're actually getting more affordable.
Are they?
You can get some for like $50.
I'm going to get some because I would love that.
You can do it where over a certain decibel it mutes it. But then if we're having a conversation, you can hear us fine.
I'm going to get those because that's what I can't stand is because I don't want to lose my hearing. And you can do that. You can really lose your hearing especially if you're seeing a lot of birds.
I think that's why my hearing's bad.
Which ear is bad?
They're both bad.
Is it okay, I would be curious.
I also used to work concrete work with no ear protection. So that'll happen.
Yeah.
Running chop saws and pouring concrete with the machines buzzing right in your ear. Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, I did a little carpentry in my college years.
Did you?
Yeah, I worked at a violin shop. So
you got them coffee and stuff.
No, I mean I mostly, to be honest with you, but I would also do like some pretty easy cuts and all that with the miter saw, you know. Mm-hmm. But you're always like, it's just a couple cuts. I'm not gonna put the ears on, and then after a while, it's like,
yeah, you gotta have ear protection.
Yeah, that's a PSA. Anyway, should we take some callers?
I think we should. Yeah,
let's do that.
Guys, we're gonna take some callers and have a good one.
Yeah.
Hello, who do we got on the line?
This is Jake.
Jake. What's up, Jake?
What's going on, guys?
Not too much. We're just sitting here, hanging out, doing the thing. Doing the deal. What's going on with you?
Oh, not much. I'm actually at work, but I'd rather be talking to you guys. So,
well, where do you work?
I work in Arizona. I work in water resources, actually.
Water resources.
That's quite the job out there. There's not much water.
It's not a great time. To be in it.
Hard to find water in the desert. Yeah.
No, don't come for the Great Lakes, Jake. Don't come for them now.
Well, I'm coming in October, and that's what I need the advice on. I'm coming out in October and bringing my buddy for his first. Unfortunately, he's a Patriots fan.
Oh, jeez.
But I'm bringing him out for. I know, unbelievable, right?
Yeah. Remind them about 1997, by the way. That's when the Packers beat the Patriots 35-21 in Super Bowl 31. Desmond Howard had that beautiful punt return. Anyway, just remind them about that.
Yeah, Reggie White, 3 sacks? 2.5, 3 sacks?
You got it. You got it.
But then he always comes back with the NFC Championship games that should have been won that would have set up other matches.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a story as old as time. The Packers make it to the NFC Championship, and then they lose.
That's enough out of Miles.
Yeah.
So what is your question for when you guys come here to the great Midwest?
So I want to know what we should be doing. We scheduled a tour of the stadium I've come to a few games before, but I've never officially tailgated, so I don't even know where to start when I get out there. Am I just going to be welcome everywhere, or do I need to leave my buddy somewhere else? Or
no, this is great. This is great. You're coming to Lambeau Field for your first tailgate. Have you guys never tailgated, period, or have you never tailgated at Lambeau?
Never tailgated at Lambeau.
Okay, all right.
So I did the tailgate party over at, what is it, was it Resch Center?
Yeah, over at the Resch Center. Sure, you did the tailgate party, but you've never done an official Packers tailgate. Well, I think let's broaden this out here because Miles has tailgated quite a bit in Iowa, so I think we can give you the 5 things everybody needs at their Midwest tailgate.
Number one, let's get it out of the way. Number 1, beer.
Number 1, beer. You've got to be fully stocked, and you should have options. I'm just going to say that. I know Miles is a no options guy,
options, but
I think
number 2, you need to have meat.
Okay, what's going on here? You get 1 and 2. You think? I mean, it was bold taking 1, Miles.
I said we got to get it out of the way. We're trying.
Our first fight on this podcast. Jeez Louise.
So number 1, you want beer.
Those are the 2 most important, obviously.
Yeah, beer and meat. And you got to get good bratwurst.
So hold on. So number 1, you need beer. Number 2, you need meat. That is the standard at every single tailgate. Then 3, 4, 5, you can get a little creative, Charlie. What do you got for number 3?
Okay, fine. So you do need, if you're at Lambeau, you're going to need a Bloody Mary bar, the full-on setup.
I like that.
And do not skimp on the
There's no skimping at Lambeau.
No,
right?
you better have cheese curds there to put in the Bloody Mary bar. You better have pickles. You better have relish, horseradish,
chicken
Worcestershire sauce, chicken strips, a whole rotisserie chicken if you want.
Jalapenos?
Yeah, you get them going if you like it spicy, and I do like it spicy, and you should too. If you've never tried it spicy, you try it spicy. And celery, of course,
but not too spicy. We are in the Midwest. You don't want to be giving out Bloody Marys to Aunt Kathy, and then all of a sudden her face is burning off because you gave her too much spice.
Well, you gotta ask them spicy or no.
Yeah,
and you gotta say that with meaning. You go spicy, and give them a look like you got the devil inside of you. You're trying to sweat out, and then go or no.
Yeah, it's important because Aunt Kathy. She thinks that pepper is too hot, so you just got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Last thing you want is a lawsuit on your hand. But she got IBS, she's got all that stuff. Last thing you want is a lawsuit on your hands at a tailgate, you know?
That is true.
Yeah,
that's very true. Now, okay, so
sometimes those lines to get into Lambeau can be a little long. You don't want any issues on your way in.
No, you don't want that spicy to hit you in the wrong places at the wrong time.
Yeah.
A lot of porta pots there. They'll always keep your head on a swivel. You can find yourself a porta pot. Good note.
Okay, good.
But now we move on to number 4. And 4, I think, is games. Pretty standard. Games. And I'm going to list one. Miles can list one because games has a subplot. So bags for sure. Miles?
I think you just got to have a football on hand.
Yep.
Because there's going to be a couple people that just want to toss it back and forth for a few minutes. You're at a football game, for cripe's sake.
Yeah. You use that correctly. Yeah. Perfect. And also, testicle toss is a great one. It's fun for the whole family.
You know what testicle toss is? And it's not...
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 2 golf balls.
Oh, it's not what Aunt Kathy talks about.
No,
God. Louise. Or Uncle Frank.
Aunt Kathy may not like spicy food, but she sure is spicy.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I don't think Aunt Kathy's going to like this episode at all, honestly. Well, so you get your games going. And I will include Giant Jenga in there. I know Miles, I think historically.
I think that's the lamest tailgate game of all time.
I really like Giant Jenga. And bring bar dice. Bar dice is a fantastic It's often overlooked in a tailgate scenario, but there's always the flat white table that you're playing flip cup on or beer pong. You need another one to play bar dice because and I know no one's buying shots at a tailgate. They're usually free. But there are some guys, some old timers there who they cannot be at a game or at a tailgate without, getting aces or ship captain crew or whatever in. So anyways,
that does go overlooked. That was a good one, Charlie.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And finally, 5.
What do you got for 5, Charlie?
Here's what I have for 5. This is Lambeau Field. This is the Green Bay Packers. 9 times out of 10, when you go to a Packers game, it's going to be cold as hell. Okay? I mean, that's changed a little bit over the years, but it does get cold. Hand warmers.
You don't need to get political here on this podcast, Charlie.
What do you mean?
Come on, man.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Keep going.
How did I
You're
get
talking about
political?
global warming is what you're talking about.
I actually wasn't talking about that. But now that you bring that up, yeah, that's another occurrence too. But hand warmers as you want, and you don't just want hand warmers for your hands. You want them for your feet and your drawers.
So the feet warmers for your feet, or they're
feet warmers for your feet, junk warmers for your drawers. There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to know. And when we're talking about beer, obviously I'm bringing some Spotted Cow because I got to get Spotted Cow on me in Wisconsin.
Oh, Miles.
No Spotted Cow?
Miles has a beef against Spotted Cow.
No. What?
I think it's totally fine, Miles. I'm more of a...
Do you want to blend in with the rest of Wisconsin, or you want to be unique? You want to follow your own path and have the tailgate of the century, or you just want to have another tailgate? We got
Miles, why don't you tell him how unique he can be drinking Busch Light? Go ahead.
Well, what we found, hey, Charlie's, up until today, he took me to 7 straight bars in Milwaukee without Busch Light. So apparently it's pretty unique here in eastern Wisconsin.
We like our Wisconsin beers here. We got, Lion and Kugels. We got Miller Lite, Miller High Life Light, the champagne of beers, Milwaukee's Best, which is an often overlooked beer, Old Milwaukee.
Just bleep all these out, Jared.
That's not fair. He's got access to the editors. But I do think, whatever beer you want to bring. Let's be honest. Beer's beer. So bring whatever you want.
Great point. I don't know what happened with Miles and Spotted Cow, but
they had a falling out.
Childhood trauma.
Oh, no. Yeah. It wasn't childhood. It was adult trauma. And it wasn't so much trauma for me as it was for them. So... that's all I'd like to say on that. And if you want, you can go watch the video. Go to You Betcha YouTube page. You're just gonna search Busch Light versus Spotted Cow, and then you'll know. You'll know.
Oh boy! All right. Well, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, you stepped.
Well, thanks for taking the time, guys.
He's like, oh, that ain't weird.
I know. Yeah. You bet. Did we help you out? You feeling good that you called in today?
100%.
All right. Well,
I'm excited for you
to feel a lot more confident.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to go to a tailgate. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and if
get the real experience.
Yeah,
and we know since you're dealing with water problems out there in Arizona, we'll send you a big pallet of Busch Light. Help fix that. Okay.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh yeah, I'll go dump it on the canal or
there you
something
go
out here.
Fill that.
Keep the people happy.
Yeah. There
you're
you
so
go.
Silly, Charlie.
That extra supply.
Oh, you're silly.
Miles isn't
I
happy
appreciate it, guys. I better get back in there.
Oh, he's
like, I'm at work.
He's doing the Midwest goodbye to us. Yeah, well, have another beer with us before you go. Come check out the deer freezer. All right.
Best be hitting the old dusty trail.
All right. You do it
out
now.
Here it's extra dusty, so
all right.
Take care, guys.
We'll see ya.
See ya.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I think we gave him, that was good advice.
I think it was so. I mean, we did all,
the junk warmers I never thought about.
It's nice to have a junk one. On those cold days, and we get them. And you're outside at Lambeau.
And when it's a cold day, it's hard to get 3 inches through 6 inches of layers,
Yeah, that's true.
You got to take a whiz,
Yeah. That is very true, Miles. That's very. If
you keep it warmer down there, it's easier to get at.
Extend a little bit. We've had a lot.
Go gadget arm. What were you gonna say, Charles?
I was just saying we're having a lot of humor on this podcast that your mother is not gonna appreciate.
Oh yeah, she's giving up on me. So.
I love that freaking pheasant there. I've been looking at that, this little glass pheasant. I think it's an Old Flask.
All right, we're gonna take a break and get to another
Why?
caller.
Why?
We're gonna get to another
Is
caller.
that a bong behind it?
People are waiting to talk
I'm
to
waiting
us.
to talk. Let's get to another
It's a
caller.
candlestick, I think.
Hello. Who are we talking to here?
Hi, this is Matt from New York.
Matt from the big city, New York City or New York State?
New York State, upstate New York.
All right.
Out of the city.
Yeah, one of those smart folk in New York.
Oh, we got a New York City hater over here. I had no idea. So what
You ever
is...
been to New York City?
Yeah, I love it. What's on your mind?
Really?
Well, I actually had a couple questions for you. I need some advice.
Well, why don't you
Yeah.
belly up to the bar and see if we can help you out?
All right, I'm bellied right up here to the tailgate with a nice cold Busch Light, so we'll give it a go.
What are you tailgating for? Oh, sorry. You're okay. Got it.
Well,
We are tailgating collectively.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Continue.
so Miles, you're a big Busch Light guy.
I am.
I had a question because I'm a dairy farmer,
Okay.
and 2-3 years ago when they came out with the corn cans, I was just ecstatic.
Yes.
And then I'm a John Deere fan. I used to work for John Deere. They came out with the John Deere cans. And I was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Yes.
Now, what's next? Are they coming back with the John
Oh, he's
Deere
looking for
next
some
year? What's coming
insider
on?
information.
All I have to say that is if
That's
I told
right.
you, I would have to murder you, and I don't want to murder you today.
Oh, man.
No, and I say that because, no, I'm with you. I wish they would tell me stuff. They don't trust me with that type of information.
Because he would definitely, after this number of beers, give it away.
They're smart. They don't even give me any information like that. They're like, yeah, he's an absolute risk.
Unbelievable.
He likes our product too much to keep this a secret.
Yeah. So honestly, I wish I could tell you, but as soon as I know, I'm gonna let you know. How's that sound?
All right. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So now my other question, I'm a big sweet corn guy. Now I cook it a few different ways, but how do you guys do it in the Midwest? Like what is the best sweet corn? Like what's the best way to cook it?
This is a good question. I love this
So
question.
I don't cook that much. So
Okay.
I think I only know a couple ways, and that's like boiling it, right?
Boiling it is certainly a standard way.
And then putting it on the grill, right?
Now that is the way I go
I
with
was
it.
gonna say that kind of caramelizes it a little bit.
It's so good.
Mhm.
So what I would say
Now
to
do you throw it on there husk or no husk?
Husk will protect it.
Yep.
I'm gonna jump in here because
Get on in here, Charlie.
yeah, no, I love this question. The best way to do it, in my humble opinion, is you open the husk, and you get rid of all the stringy stuff. You butter the absolute shit out of it.
Yeah.
And then you put the strong husk, not the little frizzy stuff, back on. You put the other husk on. And so you basically wrap it up with that, like a tamale or whatever.
Yep.
And then
Okay, so you unhusk it, put butter on, then husk it back up.
And
Talk about a husky situation.
yeah, that butter's gonna sit in there and simmer. You're gonna have the grill marks
I like
on
that,
it.
Charlie.
You just peel it open.
I like
and-
it.
Oh, it's so good. I'm hungry as hell.
Boy, I like that.
I think we should order some. Can we
And
order that
so-
anywhere?
Yeah. Well, and if you want to go a step further and you're gonna maybe just like cut it off of the cob and cook it, here's a good way to do it. With the caramelization, you get yourself a cast iron pan, you throw it in there,
Yeah.
you just dump butter in there, and you just cook it. Like you just fry it on there till the corn starts caramelizing, and it's like that. It just brings that sweetness out a
That's
little
like
bit.
that
Oh, man.
street corn stuff.
Kind
you ever
of.
have street corn?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you can do even smaller slices and put on cream cheese and little
Yeah.
bacon bits on that.
Oh man.
Oh, God. There's
I
so
am
many good
getting
ways
hungry.
to. I'm
Yeah.
starving,
Oh,
dude.
God.
I haven't eaten today. And this just reminded me
No
of
matter
it.
how this goes down, you maybe want to get some sweet corn.
I'd love to get some
Yeah.
sweet corn with you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got some good sweet corn up there in upstate New York?
We do, yeah. I actually grow like quite a bit of it myself.
Oh, do you? Well, we're explaining to you what you already know. Tell us the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So I grew up with my mom. She just did it in the microwave. God bless her, but she's a little bland. She didn't, go go out of the normal too much.
Well, she also had to deal
I
with
like
you.
it on the grill, personally.
She also had to deal with you growing up, so she didn't have time to do all the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
You see, that's true. You know, I get the convenience of the microwave. I microwave myself up some for lunch. Like, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like the grill personally. I saw somebody grill it the other day, no husk on it whatsoever, and I was a little intrigued, but I gotta say it wasn't as good as just a straight husk.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Why didn't you like it without the husk?
Well, I think it dried it out a little bit.
It
I
does.
Keep some moisture in a little bit.
Happen.
Yeah, and then you have to re-butter it, or actually probably just straight butter it. But yeah, it's different. It's just, it doesn't taste right.
Now, what type of seasonings you guys used? I'm a big salt and pepper guy myself.
Salt and
what do you guys put on there?
I mean, that's pretty standard for me.
Yeah. For corn, you know, we are pretty basic fellas, so probably salt and pepper. You can get a little fancy. I mean, honestly, the street corn is where you get wild. You put a little of the red pepper on there. What is it? Just red pepper?
Is
That's
it like
all.
Chili powder.
Chili,
red pepper.
Crushed up chili pepper on there. That's really good. You can actually put that on fruit too, and it tastes real good. But you put that on, and then cream cheese and I think it's paprika. Put paprika on there.
I don't know.
Yeah, paprika's pretty good too. Sometimes I eat something. I'm
pretty popular with my buddies down in Maryland. They have you guys ever heard of like Old Bay, like the seafood seasoning?
Oh yeah, that mix. Yes. In fact, someone sent me some of that, and I put that on my fish, and holy smoke! I mean, it's like a general mix of stuff. It's like mixed nuts for seasoning, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I like
good
that.
stuff.
Yeah, I actually have some of that at my house. Thanks for reminding me of that. But that's perfect.
So I got a question for you as a farmer.
Yeah.
You said you're a dairy farmer, but you also got some corn, stuff like that, right?
Yep.
What would you, if Charlie was maybe thinking about getting a farm, what advice would you give him?
Oh yeah, that's a great question.
You give us some advice now.
Well, if you're gonna farm, is that what the question was?
Yeah, I want to do a tree farm, honestly.
A tree farm, okay. Now, with a tree farm, probably your biggest concern, like, are you doing Christmas trees, or are you doing? I mean, I do some maple syrup, so I got maple trees going on. What kind of trees are you growing?
So yeah, Wisconsin is big on maple syrup. And so here are my considerations now. Maple, Christmas tree, and oak. And oak is, I mean, that's a 20-year situation there.
That's the long game, really.
Yeah.
Is what
That's the long game, yeah.
That is the long game.
So you gotta be thinking.
Now, if you're looking to do some maple, if you're looking to do some maple syrup, they make it's a special maple tree. It's like a super sugar tree.
Yeah.
You get like double the sugar content out of it, and you can the tree is tappable in like 10 years.
Oh wow.
But if you plant like a normal maple tree, you got to wait like 40 years. So that would be like for your kids.
Yeah, so you should have started this farm yesterday.
Darn it. Well, do I think about my kids? I don't have any kids. So, I mean, you never know. I mean, maybe whatever.
Plant
now and let
the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago and today.
That's actually very put that on a t-shirt.
I don't know who's going to be buying that, but
now let's say I plant these maple trees, okay? Do I have to buy them at like what's the best time to buy them? No, yeah. I know I have to buy them, but do I have to buy them as like can I buy them at different stages of life? What's the best stage of life to buy them in?
He wants to expedite the process is really what he's wondering.
Kinda.
Say that again. I lost you again quick.
Let's say I'm buying these either seeds or seedlings or saplings or mini trees. What's the best stage to buy them?
You definitely got to buy them as like saplings.
Okay.
Like, about like 3 foot tall, 4 foot tall, maybe 6 at the most.
So why can't you buy a bigger tree?
You got to get yourself like a little backhoe type thing. I don't know. I guess you got to talk to him. I guess I don't know how big you can buy them, but you don't want to go too big because then you just got to dig a bigger hole,
Dig a bigger hole, and it's also a bigger.
You got to keep that one bigger too.
Yeah, you're paying a lot then for that. Oh, we're echoing. Oh, jeez, Louise.
What? Are you in a tunnel? What's happening?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, I just figured out I had my Bluetooth headphones still turned on, so they're turned off now. I kept sending you to them.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Well, I'll start looking at some saplings and going down that road. I mean, I haven't even priced this out. This is just like a kind of a dream for me. So,
Well, hey, you got some good advice.
I did get some great advice.
We start this podcast thinking we're going to give other people advice.
And they just give us
And then it turns right back around, and then we get more out of it, I think, sometimes than they do, which is a very nice thing.
And you just said more out. More out. Oh, it sounded like you said more on of it. And I was like, oh, geez. No. Okay. Anyways, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, this has been great.
Yeah, that really has. And I'll keep you up to date on how I end up doing with the farm. And I'll
definitely.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that vlog series on your YouTube page? It'd be like really interesting right away. And then he's like, all right, now I just got to watch them grow.
And I put up the live cam of the like instead of a bird cam, just yeah.
Just tree cam. Watch it grow for 10 years.
I might do that. That's great. Same GoPro for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Well, thank you very much. And good luck with your corn, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Well, it was
doing good. And
go ahead.
It's still coming. So.
All right. Well, it was good talking to you, man. And have a good one.
Wait, before you go, I want to let you know while we were talking, I won $1 in pull tabs. So.
Hey, all right. There you go.
I'm putting that toward my saplings.
Investor
yeah, another investor satisfied,
Yep.
We're not going to tell you how much you put in, but
$20.
Hey, we don't talk about your losses.
Sorry.
All right, man. Good to meet you.
That's right. Yep. Nice talk to you too.
See ya. Charlie, you going to actually start a tree farm or what? I feel like you just because we talked to someone about a tree farm the other day, I feel like that's like a new dream for you.
Well, I've been trying to think about for a while because, look, farming is expensive, land is expensive, and the time is, I don't have
it's a time sink, I think, but trees can manageable.
But I like trees because, yeah, exactly. Animals I can't hang with because they would all die because I'm not dependable.
Yes.
Same reason I'm single. But the thing with trees is you plant them. And, you give them, obviously, the right amount of sun, basically. And if you have the right tree for the climate, the water should take care of itself. And at least I think. I don't know. I got to read more books on this stuff.
There's an initial watering phase.
Sure.
Important. But then after that, it's pretty self.
Yeah, at some point, it's set it and forget it.
Yeah.
And I'm good at setting and forgetting.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a professional at that.
Sometimes forget it comes before you even set it, Sometimes it's forget it.
Wait, what'd you say?
Sometimes you put forget in front of set it. So you don't set it, forget it. You just forget it.
Say that one more time. I forgot what you said.
God fucking damn it.
Do you get what I was doing?
Yeah,
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was in good. Other news,
Hilarious,
in other news, I have 4 unpulled pull tabs to go.
For me?
Those are for you. I pulled 16 of them, and I've won $1. Darn it! What do you got? Oh God. Yeah. I could listen to that all night. Right in my ears. Pull it slower this time.
I can't get it off there. There we go.
Pull it slower. Oh, God.
This is good radio.
This is amazing. Honestly, you should do your... It's amazing. Oh, it sounds like, imagine like I'm sitting here cracking my knuckles this time.
Yeah.
Just yeah. There we go. Yeah. Prop that mic up. I wonder if it sounds different if you win. You know what? Honestly, you should always do pull tabs in front of a mic like this because even when you lose, you win.
Try and do more at once.
Yeah, do them all at once. Do them all at once. That is the greatest sound on earth. You know what? We lost in pull tabs, but we just became millionaires.
But we just won
because we made pull tab ASMR, and we're gonna maybe billionaires. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's our idea, right? Not just yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Next caller. Hey, DIYers, how you doing? It's me, Charlie, co-host of the Bellied Up podcast. And I just want to ask you, are you starting to get antsy in the pantsy with the in-between seasons and whatnot? Well, Fleet Farm has these cool specialty tools for all your projects inside and out. From a Milwaukee tool drain snake kit to everyone's favorite multi-tool, we got you covered. Every step of the way. And then ladders. Hey, we got them suckers too. Refresh with some new paint, some hardware. Put that hardware on a new DeWalt pegboard kit. Holy smokes, you're going to be the talk of the town, or at least your street, at least your block for sure. I mean, you are sure to leave the store with a lot more than you came for, and hopefully that don't get you divorced. But, you know, Fleet Farm is there for you if it does. All right, real good. Talk soon. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the Bellied Up podcast. Who's this?
Hey, this is Alex calling from Minneapolis. How's it going, guys?
Alex from Minneapolis. We're doing good. How are you doing?
Not too bad, guys. Can't complain.
Good.
How's the bar treating you?
Bar's treating us good. Miles is spilling his beer, his bush, all over the bar right now, right by his microphone. That's why he's not talking to you. Jeez, can't take this guy anywhere. Yeah, so we're doing good. How are you?
Good. Can't complain. Ready for the weekend. We got the state fair going on here in the Twin Cities, so we gotta get the traditions rolling.
You getting some of them cookies? Where are those cookies called again?
Sweet Martha's.
Sweet Martha's. Those are supposed to be. It's a big argument. What's better, Sweet Martha's cookies or the cream puffs at the Wisconsin State Fair?
Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
All right. Fair enough.
We won't ask you about that.
We know the answer.
Yeah, we won't ask you about that anymore if that's...
I'm always bringing up politics on this podcast, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair. Sorry, that was rude conversation. So what's on your mind?
I'm looking for some advice, guys.
Okay.
So I've got a buddy. He's married. I'm married as well. So, you know, ball and chains are in the picture.
Swingers.
And, well, no. I mean, no. We're just all friends. So the question is...
Sorry, took it to a weird place.
Do we start trying to split, you know, the fun toys that guys want, right? ATVs, you know, your big Yeti ice house.
Pocket.
You know, go with the side by side. Yeah, exactly.
Miles, no, that has got to be cut out of this. Jeez.
No, we'll just bleep it.
My grandma's going to listen to this podcast. Nah,
I couldn't.
Jeez.
He literally just, that was a softball. Just bleep it out.
That had nothing to do with anything.
just bleep it out.
Honest.
We got it. Keep going.
All right. So
all that kind
all
of
the
stuff.
toys.
You know, ATV, side by side, pocket, the whole thing.
And now he says it again. Bleep that out again.
It's bleeped. It's fine.
You know, my priest is going to listen to this.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No.
All right. Sorry. We cut you off again. So what do you think about what's your question here? I'm flustered.
Well, so what do you guys think? Is that a good move? Do you guys invest in things that you can't afford as an individual, but like you still want to go and, you know,
do you want a real answer or do you want the answer that you're going to like?
I mean, if you're talking something about pocket, I don't know what answer I'm going to get out of that, but like, let's keep it realistic. And if you
Okay,
guys
so
are-
we'll put that
let's-
aside.
Can we stop talking about the pocket situation
we'll
here?
keep that in the bedside drawer for now. And we'll talk about the rest of it.
I'm gonna.
Perfect.
What is Ann gonna think about this? Huh?
She doesn't listen to this podcast.
All right.
So I would say that it's gonna get messy if you. Damn it!
You know what? Miles is incapable of doing this. He's a
mute me.
4-year-old.
Charlie, take it over.
All right, I'll
Mute
take
me.
it over. So here's what I want to tell you. Yeah, this is going to be an amazing idea. You put in some money, your buddy puts in some money, you get an ATV, and it just works out magically, except it doesn't because who
Does the maintenance? Who takes care of it? What if one of you starts using it more than the other?
This is like a timeshare, Miles. We're talking about motor vehicles, okay? So you got
Motor,
the
huh?
yeah, motor exactly. So you got this thing, and then you got to figure out like who's gonna do all the stuff, okay? And also, who do you want to go ride your ATV with? Your buddy, And then you only got one, so you're gonna be, straddling them.
But I'm starting to think that they might kind of like that.
Miles, we've talked about this.
God.
So and that's fine if you and your buddy like riding one ATV together. But I feel like ATVing is fun when you're doing it by yourself, yes, but it's a lot more fun when you're going with friends. So it's something you're gonna have to consider. What is the other?
All right.
Thing.
Okay, think about like a Yeti ice house, right?
Well, that's a different scenario because that you can enjoy as
you've
a
got
group.
room for all the boys.
Yeah.
Get out there, have some beers, drink the night away, catch maybe 2-3 fish, and if the ladies need to go out to check on you and just make sure you're above water, fine. But you've got the
that's
the
a good idea
entertainment and the setup. I mean, Miles, you got it, man. You got one. What are your thoughts on if you had buddies in there?
Yeah, so I think that that's way better than doing some sort of vehicle. You definitely the ice house is a good idea. I would just make sure that you got something down on paper that says like, okay, if one of us wants to sell it, what happens? I mean, that's like actual real advice. I would maybe put that down on paper. But other than that, it's just who gives you just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Because I mean, think about it as a 45-year-old adult, and you've got kids and you've got hunting camp, and you're like, all right, we've got 40 acres now. That's the next thing. You split, you go out there, boys weekend, same shit. Like it's an investment at that point when it comes to something like that.
Are you talking about actually buying land now with your buddy? Is that the next step?
The next step once I get into my 30s.
Oh, you're in your 20s. You're a young buck.
I think it's a start small, see how it goes, try it out. See if he's really fun to own something with or not,
Right.
Probably is, but you never know.
I mean, this is kind of like an ice shanty timeshare to a certain degree,
Yes.
and timeshares, you typically don't want to get into those. But I think with an ice shanty, you just have to really know the person you're going in on it with. I think it's good to work out your problems with the ice shanty and then decide if you want to get the land together.
Okay. Miles, would you, if Charlie came to you, let him go half and half on your ice shanty?
Yeah, I would.
In hindsight.
I would.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
But I would also go into it knowing full well that he's not going to do shit for it.
That's accurate. I'm now.
It mostly would be my excuse to say like, "Hey, you bought this thing, man. You got to come hang out with me in it." That's would be the move. Try coerce him to get out there.
It is tough to find the time to do the fun things, and honestly, building up an ice shanty is a very fun thing to do. And putting the walls on and whatnot, and you could build one together.
Wait, what? We're building.
You're not even buying anymore. You're building it together. That's fun.
Oh yeah, sweat equity is what we call that.
Yeah, and then you kind of can find out like if he's not coming to the table to help you build it, then you have your answer. You're gonna finish building it, and it's your own. And the nice thing about
that's a good point.
Yeah, and the nice thing about building a nice shanty, you don't need to pull permits for that. You know, you don't need to do anything. You move it, and like you kind of see the stuff popping off the walls, and that's fun. You know. So yeah, I'd say build the sucker.
Yeah,
That's
home is
my
where you
advice.
park it. You know,
Home is where you park it. His home, not your home. Yeah, whoever has the less intrusive HOA gets to park it in their front lawn.
Yeah, but in reality, though, I want to maybe pump the brakes on buying land with your buddy.
Yeah.
I would just really make sure you got an ironclad like agreement that if someone's going to sell it, if one of you is going to sell, who they can sell to, who they can't. Do they have to offer it to you to buy their share first? You really got to make sure you got all that ironed out beforehand, because you just never know.
Absolutely,
you never know.
Right. Well, and you know, the topic that always comes up on this is divorce. I mean, the last thing you need is for that.
Yeah.
If one of you,
it's a partnership, really. If one of you dies, God forbid, who gets it after that? Is it the spouse? Is it what happens?
Jeepers.
I know. That's why priests started getting married back in the Middle Ages, was because they had families for a while, and then they started giving away church land to their families, and the church was like, they're not getting married anymore. So, I
don't think that did that actually happen.
Look it up on Wikipedia. I didn't just invent
That's
that.
a Wisconsin thing, Charlie.
I don't know if priests were ever allowed to get married.
Okay. Well, you guys can all look it up on your own and tell me. I'm going to look it up right now.
Wild.
Anyway, it really has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I would maybe even start a little bit smaller, maybe just get like I don't know, like just a regular trailer. You don't need to buy like an ice castle or something together. Get something real small and see how it's like to own some with them. I think it's a good trial run might be the move.
The Norman ban, the Norman ban on clerical marriage was reinforced in 1139 when the Second Lateran Council declared priestly marriage invalid through the entire Catholic Church. So yeah, guys, there you have it. I was kind of wrong. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, something smaller, not a bad deal, but you can't get much smaller than an ice.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, right now we've got a Humminbird Helix unit that we, split when we bought it because we wanted to have a good open water. We wanted to have a good ice fishing unit.
Well, now you tell us.
Is it good or has it been going good?
I mean, it's
you know
fine.
what? Never mind. You know what?
Fish.
Screw the trial run then. If you've already done the trial run, I want you to buy some hunting land. I want you to buy a bar together.
Yeah.
And I want you to just really go for it.
Yeah, go for it. You are so you're
ready.
You are committed to your friends. So committed to them. And do not tell your wives at all.
No,
and
just come
see
home
what
one
happens.
day and say, honey, we bought a bar.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to like it. Just say that.
Yeah, say it just like that too.
And then you can say, Charlie Barron's told me to buy a bar, and he told me not even to tell you about it.
Everything except that last part. Everything except that last part.
God, man, you guys are...
We've been drinking.
Well,
We've been drinking. You are our last call of the day.
I've had a couple.
Yeah, we've been drinking. We lost at pull tabs significantly. It's been a rough day for us.
I got drunk last night. Charlie didn't get drunk. I got drunk.
Miles got hammered last night.
Well, when in Milwaukee.
What are the investments like today?
Well, we've let's just say
20 to 1.
We're buying on the dip right now. Is really what it is.
I almost choked on my water. That was really funny.
Yeah, he's drinking water.
Yeah, I am after.
Oh, boy, yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you called it. I think that was the most confusing call advice-wise we've ever given.
Well, you didn't start it off very good, did
Me?
you? You took it in a really perverted direction.
I already forgot about that, actually.
Maybe you should go see your unmarried priest and confess it. Honest to Pete.
All right, you got it. Yep.
Yeah, and then you hand it in when you go see him. Like, here it is.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. You take good care of her.
All right. Miles. All right, we got to end this call. Miles needs a timeout, and sorry, you've been trying to get off this call for an hour, but we apologize. And this is not representative of the Bellied Up podcast.
You Betcha Radio podcast.
You Bellied Up podcast.
Found where all podcasts can be found. Actually,
Yeah.
You Betcha Radio podcast.
Yeah.
We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/You Betcha.
He doesn't want to
Radio.
hear this. He's trying to enjoy his afternoon. Well, have a good afternoon. Tell your buddy we says hi, and I hope your wives don't get mad.
Good luck buying that bar.
Thanks, boys. Have a good one.
You
Yeah.
too now. Bye-bye. Miles,
Just get it. Yeah, hey, scold me. Just let's hear it.
do not bring up the new rule.
No
I've been-
pocket. I mean, is that the rule?
That's the rule.
Okay.
Don't
All
bring
right.
it up. I'm not trying to be a prude here, but we got listeners out there that don't want to hear.
I know it's bleeped out though. It's fine.
All right. Promise?
Well, do I? Yeah.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay. Good. So that was this week's episode of the Bellied Up podcast. Make sure you tip your bartenders and invest wiser than we did today.
Would you ever buy some hunting land with me?
It depends how much. If I did, I wouldn't spend that much money on it because I don't want.
60 acres.
Well, how much is it? Where is it?
It's somewhere in the middle.
Between us?
Yeah.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
I mean, sure. Yeah, if you find for the right price. I don't want to spend a ton of money on 60 acres in where, especially because I'm going to have to drive there. So how often can I really get there?
That is true. We got to maybe pick somewhere we can fly.
Yeah. Is your mic even working?
What do you mean?
Oh, now it is. You're talking so far away for a while. Can you not hear yourself in the headphones?
I have bad ears. I can't hear anything.
I realized that like last night. I think I was talking to you and you weren't.
You were a mumbler though. It's like a double whammy.
It
with
is a
us,
double
I got
whammy. I
bad
am a
ears. You got
mumbler.
bad mouth.
I got a good mouth. Okay.
Really? You can bring that up?
What do you mean? I can bring that up.
But I can't talk about pocket.
Okay. First of all, these are not in the same territory. I resent that. We're just wrapping up this.
Yeah.
This
okay.
is
Guys,
this. Go follow
Cripes Cast, found where all podcasts can be found.
and the You Betcha Radio deal and Bellied Up.
Yes.
And
YouTube.
And we
Follow Bellied Up
promise
on
there will
YouTube.
not be another derogatory episode like
That
this
wasn't
one.
even that. What? Is that even the right word?
I don't really know.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode. This is a good day. You can tell
was
that
a
this
good
is our
day.
third day of shooting.
Yeah,
this
it's
starting to get a little feisty on each
I
other.
haven't eaten anything. And he was talking about the
You're
corn.
hangry. Yeah, you're hangry. We're gonna
honestly,
get
I am
Charlie some
hangry.
food. And
Starving.
guys, as always, remember to tip your bartender and tell your folks that we says highs.
Real good. Bye-bye.